If you find yourself in a situation where you are leading and managing colleagues who are significantly older than you and are unsure, worried even about how to earn their respect, how to approach them, how to get the best from them, and generally lead them effectively, then today's episode of the Leader's Kitbag is for you. In this episode, I'm going to talk once again about how you can use David Rock's SCARF model that's heavily grounded in neuroscience to help you in these situations. And if you missed the previous episodes, I'll include the link with this episode of the Leader's Kitbag so you can go and familiarise yourself with the SCARF model. Hey, I'm Ben Morton. I'm a leadership trainer, executive coach, and keynote speaker. And everything I do is designed to create a world where people can go to work inspired to give their best whilst going home to their loved ones at the end of each day, feeling both recognised for what it is that they do and appreciated for who they are. So, tips for effectively leading and managing older workers, which is something that I find especially younger leaders and managers often have some concerns and anxiety around. And here, David Rock's SCARF model can really help. So as a very quick recap, SCARF is an acronym which talks about 5 domains that can act as triggers for people's sort of behaviour at work, creating a positive, helpful response or more of a negative, unhelpful response. And those domains, the S stands for status, C is certainty, A is autonomy, R is relatedness, a sense of connection and sort of belonging, and F is fairness. So how can we use this when leading and managing older colleagues? Well, the first thing is to think about which of the SCARF elements might be important to them, what might be going on for them at any one time. And as always with the SCARF model, it's about thinking, how can I top up people's bucket in one of the 5 domains, and how can I make sure I'm not kicking their bucket over? So older colleagues, more experienced colleagues, will often really value their sense of independence. So here, the autonomy element of the SCARF model is going to be really, really key. What can you do to give them choice, freedom, control, and allow them to work independently? Ultimately, how can you give them lots of autonomy and avoid the situation where they feel autonomy and freedom and choice is being taken away from them? That's really key. So make them feel as though you are valuing their input, giving them choice, and not micromanaging them, but being there to support them as and when they need you. Another thing to consider potentially with older colleagues is fairness. And the key here really is to be wary of any assumptions that we might be making, because assumptions are often untrue, right? We need to test those assumptions. It's important to treat all of our colleagues, regardless of age or experience, in a fair and equitable way. Now, situations where this might play out is, let's take a situation where perhaps you've organised some drinks after work, and over the course of a couple of weeks when you've done this, an older colleague has both times said no, they can't come for whatever reason. So you make the assumption, therefore, that they're not interested at all, and you pin that to some sort of perhaps unconscious bias linked to their age. And as a result, you stop inviting them to other events, and then they start to feel left out. So you just need to make sure that fairness is key, and you are considering treating everybody in the team, regardless of age, fairly. So there's two elements of the SCARF model and how it can help. I'll leave you to think about the other elements yourself, how you can use them, how they apply to yourself, your team, your colleagues. As always, hope it's been useful. Look after yourself, look after those who've got the privilege and responsibility to lead. Till next time, lead on.